So, Animal Farm is told from a collective, limited third-person point of view, sometimes known as village voice. The narrator knows everything the animals see, say, know, and do as a group. The narrator does not know what the pigs say and do when they are apart from the other animals, and we rarely see the action through the eyes of the individual animals. Occasionally, the reader is granted brief glimpses of an animal's individual point of view, most often Clover's, because Clover and Boxer are the heart of the animal group. The collective point of view focuses our sympathy on the hopes and fears the animals share as a political unit or class, rather than individual characters. The collective point of view also shows how easily collective memory can be manipulated. Individual animals might remember what really happened at the Battle of the Cowshed, but because readers don't have access to individual points of view, they can't know for certain. Instead, readers also know what the animals say they remember. When the pigs make it dangerous to tell the truth, then the false version of the battle is accepted even by the narrator as the true collective memory, and it no longer matters whether individual animals remember something different. Thank you.
Notable feature of Animal Farm style in the use of the passive voice. For instance, when Napoleon steals the cow's milk, we are not told which character or characters noticed the milk is missing. Instead, we are told that it was noticed that the milk had disappeared. The use of the passive voice emphasizes the animal's helplessness. Events occurs without any particular animal taking action, creating the impression that things happen without the animal's consent. The passive voice also helps to show the power of rumor and false information in an oppressive society. When no one knows exactly who said, did or noticed something, it's easy to claim that the thing didn't really happen, or it happened differently, and that it's exactly what the pigs do.
Brighton on Chile, I'm going to look at the synthetic level of Animal Farm. Synthetic level in June Orwell's Animal Farm will be approached from the format perspective, that's looking at the formal properties of a sentence. Hence, three major formal types are considered in Animal Farm. First is symbol. George Orwell makes good use of symbol sentences in the text. They feature frequently, whether in narrative, descriptive, or a dialogue. Example, I have read from moon to say. That's the example of a symbol sentence in page 6. Another example is, let us put it to the fourth. Another one, they are only good human. I have read from moon to say from page 6. Another example is, let's put it to the fourth, page 16. Another one, the only good human being is get one. All sentences above contain independent clauses and thus considered as simple sentence. Another former type of sentence is compound sentence. Examples are, they help patch themselves on the windmills, the pigeons feathered up to the rafters, the sheep and cows lay down behind the pigs and began to chew the cud. Another one, the earth was like iron, and nothing could be done in the field. The feature of this sentence is to be related to the ideas or events together. Another example of sentence is complex sentence. It contains at least one independent and dependent clause. For example, in a growing sentence, he painted a picture of Animal Farm as it might be when so that labor was lifted from the animal is part. The sentence contains three clauses: first independent, and second, and the third independent. Then we will look at parallelism. Antithesis, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Anaphora, no animal in England is repeated many times. Another is an hypothesis, four legs good, two legs bad. That's what I discussed in these levels. My name is Kevin Yandich. I'll take you through semantic level, personality, parable, and sarcasm. Semantic level. in the novels in order to do better conveys meaning. Figure language is often used. Therefore, we can find the use of different figures of speech in the book. The use of personality, parable, and sarcasm play the book. The use of personality, parable, and sarcasm play the most important part of conveying the meaning. We still could analyze these. Their main figures of speech rest upon extract. Number one, personality. From the whole extract, we can easily find that all the animals are conscious and they can use English to communicate with each other. Number two, parable. Animals drove away their master for the yard and dream of all animals are equal. In fact, more sadly, animals more often
Project your voice. Louder than that.
Science.
Continue, go on.
In fact, more sadly, animals were more often than ever before living hypocrisy and lies full by new and cruel rulers. The writers use animals to reflect the reality. Looking back to the history, a large number of crimes were in the name of freedom or equality. The writer writes the novel to call upon the repeat some criminals to the school. And lastly, sarcasm. Bobsa was very impressive in the novel. He was hardworking and faithful. And he always showed his models. Napoleon always right, and I still work harder. Finally, after devoting all himself to the farm, Boxer was weak and it was his time to retire. While the pig, though he was useless, so they sent Boxer to the slaughterhouse in return for whiskey for pigs. How ironical it was. They were just fooled by the pigs, the rulers. That's
I'm June Chepto and I'm going to discuss the pragmatic analysis. This text shows the power of language. The animals are always threatened by the speech of squealer and other pigs. The pigs use the language and certain words to dominate the animals. This use of language leads to totalitarian state. This totalitarian language is not used directly, but through implication and hidden meanings. Squealer success in deceiving the animals into vain promises through use of sentences that have external and internal meanings. The implied meaning of these sentences is made clear through pragmatic and its theory.
Lipton Umasewa, we're going to present the Greece Marxism in animal farm.
Louder than that.
Okay, so first point is that the quantity of Marxism, the squealer violates the quantity of Marxism. He has been more informative than is required. Point number two, the quantity of Marxism. Squealer violates this Marxism because he conveys unjustifiable information. And point number three is the relevance of Marxism. In the relevance of Marxism, Squealer's contribution is relevant. Number four is the manner of Marxism. The Squealer's speech is not clear. He implies the real reason behind disappearance of the men at the apples. So that is it.
My name is Grace Chani. I'm going to present Squealer's speech is a clear example of the picture. He implies the aim of the pigs, which is to control all the animals by saying what they do is for the benefit of all the animals. What the speaker says is not exactly what he means. He implies the purpose of his speech by being more informative than is required, into brackets, giving extra information, and also by giving false information and being not orderly. The type of implicature in this extract is conversational
Story structure. Plot each of the events onto a story structure graph. Major tells the other animals on the farm about a dream he has had in which animals live free from human slavery. Major's speech inspires the animals to rebel and they drive Mr. Jones from the farm. The farm is renamed Animal Farm and the 7 commandments are written on the barn wall. The animals work hard to bring the harvest in. They discover the pigs have been taking all the apples and milk for themselves and the puppies are taken away by Napoleon to be educated privately. The 2 neighboring farmers are frightened that the revolution will spread to their own farms. They help Mr. Jones attack Animal Farm. The animals fend off the attack from the farmers and Molly vanishes from the farm. After he disagrees with Napoleon about the building of the windmill, Snowball is attacked by the dogs and driven from the farm. The pigs move into Mr. Jones' house and sleep in beds, and Napoleon decides to trade with humans. The animals build the windmill. The animals face starvation. Napoleon takes his solicitor around the farm and tricks him into thinking that gossip about a famine is untrue. Napoleon holds a short trial accusing his opponents of ludicrous crimes. The accused animals are publicly executed. Napoleon's trade with his neighbor causes problems and the humans destroy the windmill. Boxer collapses in the quarry. The pigs sell Boxer to the knacker's yard as he is too weak to work. The pigs begin to walk on their hind legs and the commandments are replaced with just one. The animals look through the farmhouse window and can no longer see the difference between the pigs and the humans.